Good evening, class. Hope everything is going on well. I'll begin from where we stopped. We are going to look at vitamins, and these are organic substances found in food. They are needed in minute amounts, meaning you should not have a lot of these vitamins because they may lead to toxicity, or what we may refer to as hypervitaminosis. And the vitamins which are normally common with this, it is vitamin A and D, simply because they are fat soluble vitamins and they are stored in the liver, or they are stored in the body. So having plenty of these vitamins, they will be stored in the body, and then they will overstrain the liver and then the kidney, which may result into the hypervitaminosis A and hypervitaminosis vitamin D. They are either fat soluble or water soluble, as we shall see. They don't provide energy, but instead they needed in energy production from proteins, fats, and then carbohydrates. So meaning we don't get energy from vitamins, but these vitamins assist in the generation of energy from the foods we eat. Those are the carbohydrates, fats, and then the proteins. They are also known as foods for vitality or health. In other words, if somebody is suffering from a deficiency, that is scurvy, night blindness, you have flu, you'll be advised to go in for such foods that are rich in those different vitamins to overcome the deficiencies. Yeah, so in a brief, those you can refer to what we've just looked at as the properties, the general properties of vitamins. Then we can go next one and look at the classification of vitamins. Vitamins are classified into two: fat soluble vitamins and water soluble vitamins. With the fat soluble vitamins, they include vitamin A, which is retinol, vitamin D, which is calciferol, vitamin E, which is tocopherol, and vitamin K, which is anticoagulant or anti-hemorrhagic vitamin. It is much needed in our bodies, simply because it is the one that is responsible for clotting of blood in the case of any injuries. Then we have the water soluble vitamins. These are soluble, and the care should be taken when choosing an appropriate method of cooking. Why? You use boiling, most of the vitamins, the water soluble vitamins will end up into the cooking liquid. So it's better you use the most methods of cooking that require less amount of water, or when the food is in less contact with the water. For instance, you can decide to steam, you can do the stewing, you can braise. So those are some of the methods which can help you to retain as much nutrients as possible. And when it comes to the water soluble vitamins, the examples, we have B1, which is thiamine, we have riboflavin, which is B2, we have niacin, which is B3, biotin, B5, B6, B9, folic acid, and then cobalamin or cobalic acid, which is B12. Yeah, let's look at the fat soluble vitamins, and in this case we are looking at vitamin A. Vitamin A, I said it is retinol, and they are telling us that it is a primary alcohol and occurs mainly in a precursor form, that is to say beta carotene. Precursor meaning it is not active. It is not active, and you need to activate it, and in order for this to be achieved, vitamin E must be involved in the conversion of the beta carotene to the potent form of, or to the active form of vitamin A. Vitamin A also exists in three forms, that is retinol, which is an alcohol, retinoic acid, and then an aldehyde, which is retinol. And maybe what you need to know is that retinoic acid is one of the most used vitamin A in our bodies. Then beta carotene is found in all the yellow, orange, red, and dark green leafy vegetables. And then when you are told to give the sources of vitamin A, then you can look for yellow foods, orange foods, red, and then the darker green vegetables. But why darker green vegetables and the others we are saying they are yellow, orange, or red? It's because the chlorophyll masks the yellow, the orange, and then the red color in these dark green vegetables, and it cannot easily be seen. But when you enjoy such foods, you are at least you get the vitamin at the end of the day. Sources, like I said, you have the egg yolk. Remember, it is yellow. You have milk products like butter, cheese, cream, liver, fish, fortified foods like margarine, and then maybe the processed foods which are fortified with vitamin A and E. Pulses, and examples of pulses you can talk about, we have beans, groundnuts, then we have cereals. Then all the yellow, orange, and then the red fruits are also rich in vitamin A. So we are looking at the structure of vitamin A. When you look at it, we said vitamin A exists in 3 forms, that is retinol, and then retinoic acid. Retinol, when you look at retinol, it has an ending CH2OH, and then it is different from that of retinal, which is CHO, which is an aldehyde. And then we have retinoic acid with a carboxyl group at the end. So normally those groups that are attached are the ones that make them differ. Properties of vitamin A. Vitamin A is a pale yellow fat soluble alcohol. Remember we said all the yellow, orange fruits are rich in vitamin A, so it is a yellow fat soluble alcohol. It is very slightly soluble in water but soluble in organic solvents. In other words, it is insoluble in water and soluble in organic solvents such as alcohol or ethanol, benzene, name it. Vitamin A is heat stable, meaning even if you are to subject vitamin A rich foods to high temperatures, you'll be assured of getting the vitamin at the end of the day. Then it is easily destroyed by oxidation, meaning if you are to prepare vitamin A rich foods and then you leave them exposed, the vitamin ends up getting oxidized and then you will not get it at the end of the day. An example I can give is maybe the carrot that is grated or that is peeled, it will turn brown, meaning the vitamin is oxidized. If you have an apple and then you peel it, still that apple will turn brown, meaning it will get, that is oxidation, and the vitamin is lost. Then lastly, we can look at the functions of vitamin A. Vitamin A is important in the formation of rhodopsin. Rhodopsin, that is a light receptor, and maybe what I need to tell you is that the cycle begins with the light entering the eyes and then strike the rhodopsin molecules, and then as the pigment absorbs the light energy, retinol dissociates from opsin, and in the process a nerve impulse is generated and sent to the brain via the optic nerve. So the person is able to see after the regeneration of the opsin and then the rods. So remember, it is rhodopsin, and then during maybe when you are coming from a room with bright light to a room with a dim light, you can easily be in position to see because of the presence of vitamin A. Vitamin A is responsible for the formation of rhodopsin, which is a light receptor. Vitamin A is also necessary for growth, especially in infants. You need vitamin A, otherwise in case of any deficiency it may one or another affect the other processes in the body. Retinol also plays an important role in preventing epithelial cancer. And maybe when you look at the next point, vitamin A is important in the production of mucopolysaccharides that are important in maintaining the moist membranes. When we talk about mucopolysaccharides, these are body fluids which lubricate the moist membranes. And examples that can be given, we have saliva, we have the tears that enables the cornea to keep moving within the orbit. We have the synovial fluids. name it. So those are the different examples of mucopolysaccharides, and then they maintain the integrity of the cell membrane, and then the moist membrane, so that they can continue performing their roles. And in the absence of vitamin A, these mucopolysaccharides will not be synthesized in our bodies, and then it will lead to epithelial cancer, cancer of the throat, and then at the same time somebody might end up getting bronchial cancer, because all these places are moist, and then they need to be lubricated, they need to be maintained, otherwise you end up getting problems with your organs. Then it is also important the development of teeth, nerves, and then epithelial tissues. So for the meantime, that's what I can give you for today. Meet next time.